The challenge begins. Your champion will fall. Simulacrum. Astral Avalanche. How unexpected.
And ownership.
Web go.
Duel for my Atlas.
Foolish maiden, come to feed me her champion. Slaughter. Flush. Hunger. Feast. Belt. Death
God, it pleases me.
is meaningless.
Oops. XD. Okay, let's talk about the build. This is day 2 of 3.23. This is Affliction League. So I put quite a considerable amount of investment to the build as it is. Made about 8 divines just farming stuff. Generally, the league mechanic itself is pretty profitable. I've tried Ultimatum and it's actually kind of crap compared to the league mechanic. And I'll kind of show you or explain why the league mechanic actually makes quite a bit of currency. But first things first, let me go through the build and the changes and updates I've made. So far, I've spent about 6 divines on this character. That includes everything from gems to equipment and uniques. I might have paid a little bit less than what you would expect because usually by on the second day prices spike up like crazy. On the first day, if you have currency, you can generally buy things that are going to be in demand later, but people don't have the money for it. So you get the opportunity to actually snag stuff off the market pretty cheap. So I targeted a few things that I really wanted and I got them. Mostly for defenses, right? Because my understanding of this patch and this current league mechanic is you want a very tanky character with decent clear and decent damage, but generally you want a tanky character. And you want a tanky character for the reason because if you do the league mechanic well, you should generally make quite a good amount of money. Alright, let's talk about the build. So far these are the upgrades I've made. I bought a replica Midnight Bargain. So this was about 15 chaos when I bought it. This is pretty nicely rolled, so yeah, you might not find one as well rolled, but I think prices for this have gone down and will probably continue going down. I don't think this will be a popular item middle to late league, so I would expect this to be relatively cheap later on, so do keep an eye out for it. I bought this for 15 chaos, mainly because nobody actually uses this item, to be frank. It's like less than 1 chaos right now. And double corrupt with 90 cost of reservation and regeneration is pretty nice, pretty sick. So I bought this for about 15 chaos. The summon raging spirits deal 211% damage. It's slightly low. It is not 240, so I do lose like 30 damage or so, 30% damage, which is unfortunate. It's close to like 2 or 3% DPS, but I think the reservation makes up for it. Replica Midnight Bargain along with this basically sets my max count up to 3 instead of 1. So early on I could only have 1 up, now I can have 3 up. Because I have 3 up, I don't have to care too much about Infernal Legion, just kind of like the build I did for the event. I didn't care about Infernal Legion, so I've moved to a 6-link. So in my 6-link, I have Efficacy, Minimum Life Support, Combustion, Ignite Proliferation, Summon Raging Spirits of Enormity, and Burning Damage Support. I do feel that Summon Raging Spirit of Enormity is kind of bugged at this moment. I'll explain why later, and I'm not sure if it's correct or not, but I'll just give you my assessment. Anyway, let's talk about what this build is doing. So right now I'm still continuing to do ignite based damage for Summon Raging Spirits, as well as fire damage over time with the Summon Sentinel of Radiance. Together these does probably close to about 700 DPK DPS, I would believe, and I've scaled it almost the exact same way I've scaled it in the 1 week event. The major difference I have here is I have focused more on defenses here, mainly because of how this league mechanic is like, and generally because I want to be able to do it well, you kind of just want to stay alive. Alright, so yeah, I bought this. I also bought this 6-link. This cost me about 30 chaos for the base item. I rolled it until I got I rolled the essences till I got core res, strength, and additional physical damage reduction, and all I did was craft on a prefix. So I crafted on armor and energy shield. To be frank, you can craft anything you want. I don't have that many unlocks from June, so I didn't bother. I'm not going for life here because I have a node that gives me 15% increased life if I don't have any life modifiers on my chest, and this happens to not have any life modifiers, right? So works out for the best. I managed to get a 5% chance to block spell damage on the implicits, as well as 1 to maximum fire rest, just for tankiness. Tavukai has stayed the same. I have anointed it with Sanctuary, so this gives me +4 block, attack block and spell block, as well as 12% Ores. I would consider this better than Tetsudo, because although Tetsudo gives attack block, I don't really need more attack block. Actually, I needed more spell block, and the Ores does help to relieve stuff from your gear. I don't really need the life on attack block as well, because I've got a specific combination that I did last league as well. Makes the life pretty okay. Alright, so I went to get an Aegis Aurora. This cost me 2 divines, and to be frank, I was trying to look for one that was cheaper than 2 divines, but I saw this with the implicit, so physical damage from hits taken as lightning damage, and so I was like, I'm gonna buy this anyway because this is pretty good modifier. So yep, so I have an Aegis Aurora. Basically keeps my ES pool up. Why do I want to keep my ES pool up? I actually do run Mind Over Matter at the moment, so I'm actually splitting the damage between my life and my ES this way, because ES has been moved to Eldritch Battery. So despite having Eldritch Battery and having enough ES to do my stuff and reserving quite a bit of stuff, it's still quite tanky. Alright, rings are pretty much the same. I do need to get a cast speed ring with resistances and chaos res on my left ring, but I haven't gotten around to doing it. So far, I probably would need to do that actually, because I don't have enough life right now. Another 60 more life would be nice here. I upgraded this to a replica siege breaker from a normal siege breaker. This cost me about 15 chaos. The prices for this have been dropping down, but I also bought this because when I saw it, I was like, oh, it's perfect rolled for 15 chaos, sure. So I bought it. Yeah. For my boots, I went this. I really wanted a 100% chance to avoid being frozen, as well as movement speed and a resistance. It would be nice if this had also maximum life regen, like 90 life regen here, but unfortunately it didn't. This cost me about 3 to 5 chaos. I think it's 4 chaos, sorry. It cost me 4 chaos, and then I crafted on the life roll. I went for this because I'm no longer using Soul of the Brine King, and I'm not using Soul of the Brine King anyway because I want to get stunned. I'll show you later. I think you can pretty much guess where I'm going with this. Yeah. Okay, let's talk about my gloves. Alright, for gloves it's just stats, life regen, life, and crafted resistance. It cost me 4 chaos or something. This is also pretty cheap. I got this flask crafted on the suffix with Einha. This cost me 2 chaos, and then with Einha, I don't know how much Einha cost, but yeah. I'm always on low life because I'm almost always on low life because of the um, reservations and petrified blood. So yeah, this is just a secondary life loss to deal with the other ailment I don't remove. So I remove corrupted blood and bleeding with this. I remove ignite with this. It's also for these are both panic buttons. I haven't sorted out my utility flask yet. These are the exact same ones I use while leveling. I haven't figured out what I want. Likely I will have to go for a granite, a quicksilver, and probably a silver. I'm not too sure. I'll have to see. I don't really need the roomies here because I already have kept attack block and spell block. So this is a very tanky character for that particular reason. Okay, let me show you how I got attack block and spell block. So right now I'm actually running primalist. So I have 2 socketed what's it called again, charms. So both of them have 8% chance to block attacks after attacking recently. So same thing as what the Guardian has. I've got this one that gives me banner skills have no reservation, so I run Defiance banner for free. And this one has Culling Strike, so this is actually 10% more damage effectively, because when I cast Arcanist Brand and it casts Wave of Conviction, it actually procs Culling Strike, so kill bosses 10% faster. Yep. Alright, about this skill tree, it has pretty much stayed the same. What has mostly changed is the jewel sockets. So I've actually bought a Blood Notch and Immutable Force. So as you know, this is a pretty broken combination. Almost always never have to press these two. I only press these two when I deal with DOTs, mostly dot damage. But otherwise, yeah. Anyway, clusters are exactly the same. Nothing has changed. I haven't actually invested in the newer clusters. I might eventually do that, but for now, haven't really thought about it. I might want to get better clusters when I start scaling Chaos Res, and maybe potentially switching to... Actually, I don't know if I should go that route anymore, but we'll see. Anyway, yeah. Yeah, I'll have to think about my classes down the road. I've gone for spell block nodes here, so Mystic Bulwark, Reservation, block mastery here with a maximum chance to block spell damage. I have 77% chance to block spell damage after I cast a spell. As you can tell, it is 54 here, and when I cast a spell, it's 77. Right, so I have 77% chance to block spells without glancing blow, so that's 70% chance to just avoid damage entirely. In order to get Immutable Force and Blood Notch to work, I path here. I got the Energy Shield nodes, and then got the Energy Shield Mastery. Faster start Energy Shield recharge is also pretty interesting. It's useful here as well, just because I'm taking damage from Mind Over Matter onto here, so it does help quite a bit. Yeah, all in all, the tree didn't really change that much. It was mostly the items and upgrades. So because I don't have to run I don't have to have like no gems on my boots and gloves, I can actually like because I'm now a primalist, I can actually get more gems. So right now here I have Arcanist Brand with Wave of Conviction and Flammability. I should really get this quality, but I need to double check. Anyway, no mind. In my helm I have Petrified Blood, Determination, Unbound Ailments, as well as Skitterbots. For shield I have Flame Dash, Convocation, and Shield Charge. And on my boots I have Vitality, Arrogance, and Defiance Banner, as well as Timber Shield. For my gloves, it is Divergent Blessing, Malevolence, Generosity Support, as well as Increased Duration Support. This is how the build is like. Bossing seems pretty okay. I think I should do a map showcase just in case. How about this? Because I haven't done this yet. Necropolis, no regen. Sounds a bit meh, but should be okay. Never know, I might die, but then again I don't have any XP to lose, so nothing to lose, eh? Oh yeah, I need to do this.
How's the long day?
let me talk about the league mechanic and what you really want to do in it. So you always want to pick up as much whiz as possible. That's all you care about. If you see events that give you more whiz, that's great. Yikes. What is it? I'm stuck. Well, less tanky character might have died there, but it's pretty tanky, so yeah. Wow, choke ground's kind of annoying. I need to find a way to chance to avoid chill. Probably will get a boot that does that, so 100% chance to avoid chill and freezing on my boots will probably be something I need to plan for. So why are you picking out all the wisp is because what the wisp does is that it gives you bonuses to either quality or quantity or rarity on your maps. So all these empowered mobs will have higher quantity, rarity, as well as increased currency drop rate, depending on the empowerment that they have. And the amount of empowerment I have, I think, is dependent on how many wisps you collect. Norwegian's actually kind of scuffed a little. Might have to play this a little slowly. To put a stricter filter, I think.
Enjoy this conflict. Time to up the stakes. Heavy guard.
Okay, what the fuck? XD.
Grow tougher. One more new toy.
That caught me off guard a bit there. It was like she summoned 3 bosses, and yeah, I think 1 or 2 of them might have been empowered, so yeah. But still, it's possible if you're not caught off guard to actually do it without dying, but yeah. But it's okay, no EXP, so didn't lose anything. Alright, that's all there is to it. See you guys, peace, I'm out, bye. I think the next plan for me is to try to get better rings, maybe better boots as well, get more life, see if I can squeeze in life elsewhere. Think about maybe not having a Mark of the Red Covenant and going for rare items. Think about a new chest slot, that sort of thing. Yeah. Alright, see you guys, hope this helps, bye.